You listen.
Media. Listen. You are now listening to
You listen.
Ooh, what day is it, man? It's October 2nd, 2024. The second on the second episode of season 3, man. Check out that camera. See if it follows me. Yeah. It's a sad day. Really is. I heard the Astros went out from the series, so that pretty much sucks. But hey, it happens. You have good seasons, you have bad seasons. But hey, we had a good one. I went to one of the games, so it was pretty fun. But yeah, man. Oh, hold on. I was supposed to have 2 guests on the show. They're having some technical difficulties so far, so just waiting on that to happen. Oops. I think I may have made a mistake on one of the emails. Ow. So I'm gonna have to send it again. So what's everybody up to, man? So allergies are really kicking my butt right now. Like bad. Yeah, put 00. For yeah, man. It's Wednesday. We're almost halfway through the week. If you think I'm, doing some sketchy stuff because I keep doing this to my nose, please get your head out of the gutter because your boy just has really bad allergies. Oh, I did make a mistake. But yeah, guys, allergy season, man. It always kicks in whenever you least expect it. Actually, not for me. I always get it around this time of year. Every time it gets close to my birthday, I always have like the worst birthday because of it. So yeah, man. I was gonna wait till the conversation started with these girls, but they're taking forever. So I might just want to go ahead and get started with what I got going on. Hey, no, never mind. I was gonna talk about the presidential debate that happened yesterday. I keep seeing clips about it, but I promised everybody I wasn't gonna talk politics this season. So yeah, I may go ahead and just not even go there anymore. But yeah, what else happened? Let me see. So that happened, the presidential debate, which I cannot talk about because I just can't. I did have to shorten out that. Hold on. There you go.
Okay, cool. It worked.
All right. Yeah, awesome. So Sarah still hasn't gotten on. I don't know if she's having technical difficulties,
She
but
said she was hopping on, so I think she's getting on right now.
oh, okay. Well, I'll
I
just
feel
wait for her then.
weird because I feel like the camera has me like when I'm like actually going to my left, but the camera has me going to the right on the camera, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
Hold on.
Yay!
Oh, you know what? I keep forgetting to play background music because right now it just sounds like. Let me put some hippity.
Bruh.
I have a little
Hey.
friend joining us.
You have a friend joining you. So yeah, it was a hot day today.
It was really hot today.
It was hot as heck. Hold on.
I
Yeah.
thought the weather was finally getting a little bit better, and unfortunately, it got hot again, but it's okay.
Yeah, it got really hot really fast. And I was it just sucks that we're stuck in a well, I mean it's kind of good that we're stuck in a building, but we don't really get the full effect of it.
I feel like I wear such fall clothes, like sweaters and stuff, because I get so cold in the building. But as soon as I'm outside, I'm like, I kind of regretted this. So
In the office, I always have my my fan on full blast.
I always have it on too.
I have it
Yeah.
on too, and I still get like I'll get like cold, but then sometimes I'll get a little warm. Usually it's like right after lunch when I get like super warm, but then I get cold again. So, yeah.
That's usually how it works. But I want to go ahead and shout out one of my good friends that I've known since I was how old were we? 5 years old. I want to go ahead and shout him out because he had a birthday today. My boy
my
turned
gosh. I
34.
don't know him, but happy birthday. Happy 34th birthday.
34th birthday. My guy looks young. My guy still looks young.
I'm gonna be 24 soon, so I'm 10 years younger than your friend.
Jesus. Oh wow, you guys are. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting you guys are super young. I'm like the oldest
We're
one.
children. This is child labor.
Yeah, you guys are like super young compared to me.
Yeah.
It's all good.
It's all right. I think
It's all
that's just
good.
what it is being in like when you're an adult, like it's just you can't like I feel like the age thing is like it does matter, but it doesn't really matter. Like I don't feel like if I'm speaking to someone who's like 27 or anything and I'm like thinking, oh my gosh, they're so much older than me. When really I'm just like not thinking that. Like it's just normal, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's like how I told Ricky at the beginning. I was like, I really thought you were my age. I didn't think you were older.
That was a compliment. I like to take it as a compliment because it's not every day where I get that. As a matter of fact, one of our good fellow coworkers today actually thought I was super older, which kind of hurt. I'm not gonna say any names, but she's all like, "Wait, I thought you were from '81." I was like, "Bro,
Oh my god.
whoa,
Me?
whoa!" I was hurt. I wanted to walk out of the
I would
office.
have clocked out.
but- I
I would
would
have
have
like,
clocked out.
I'm out.
I was hurt. I was like, "Bro, really?" And I couldn't say anything. I was just like, "Wow, like you know how you have to like keep
just gotta
fighting
be
with
like,
like the
"Thank
worst
you."
feeling."
Thanks, I guess.
Right? But yeah, I was trying to pregame. I was hoping you guys would hop on sooner. That way we could go ahead and say,
Well, you said 9. I would have probably
You-
been down before that, but I'm very
All you
like,
said
you
was
said
I'll
9.
send. Bro, all you said was I'll send the link at 8:30, and nothing about getting on before that. No, after
I
that.
thought you said 9, so that's why I was like, okay, 9.
you're right. I probably should have been a little bit more specific on that.
Yeah. No, it's
Oh,
alright.
Yeah.
It's all good. Hold on. Reacted to your okay. Thank you guys for reacting to the video. I got one viewer who's laughing probably at the comment where I said I was old, or who like I got that old reaction or whatever. But
This is cool. I've never been on a podcast. So.
hey, it's all good. Be yourself. That's all I could say. Well, I do have to point out something that I came across a few days ago at a gas station. I forgot up north, and I heard about it, and I couldn't help but to see it. Like, whoa, that's so cool. I heard about it, but I didn't actually, haven't seen it at any gas station or anything like that. I'm actually gonna show it to you guys right now. But have you guys heard about the Coca-Cola Oreo?
I have
No,
the
but-
literal Oreo pack in the pantry right now, and we haven't touched it.
I think I was gonna say that I did see the Oreos at the store, something Coca-Cola, and I was kind of like, interesting.
Yeah, so I don't know. Have you tried it, Sarah?
Not the drink, but the Oreo, yes. And I'm not a big fan.
Wait, what do you mean the Oreo? Like a Coke Oreo?
Yeah.
There's
Like,
a
you
Coke
have-
Oreo?
Yeah, you have the drink, and then
Uh-huh.
now you have like the cookie.
What?
It's supposed to have Pop Rocks, but the one I have, we ate it, and where are the Pop Rocks? The Pop Rocks aren't there. So it's like, it just tastes weird. It's not the best.
Okay. See, I didn't know about that. So I'm guessing it's like a promotional thing that Oreo and Coca-Cola are going through right now.
Yeah, but it's
But-
just limited time though.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, because I was gonna say the only reason why I bought this on Monday and I haven't opened it, and I'm thinking to
Mhm.
myself like I'm gonna go ahead and keep it because eventually people are gonna be like, remember what happened with those Coke Oreos when they did the little promotion thing? I'll be like, hey, I actually have one. I'm gonna be like a 90-year-old person and be like, hey, I'll sell it to you for $10 million.
I actually
It's a
did that
collectible.
with so there's this perfume, or not perfume, it was like a body spray from Victoria's Secret Pink, and it's very known. Like I feel like I think about it from 2012 time, like from back then, and they just changed the packaging. And it's funny because I was pretty shocked about it, and then I saw it going like viral on TikTok where people are like, they cannot believe it changed and like it's never going back to the old packaging. And I actually kept the bottle empty. Like I have it just because I'm like, I feel like one day I'm gonna look back and be like, I remember this old packaging. It's kind of like phones too. Like, whenever the years have passed and then you look at an old phone and you're just like I can't believe this used to be the phones that we're in,
If I didn't have kids, I would still have a flip phone.
Honestly, I'd have the flip phone right now.
Let me
I
see.
would. No, I said I would.
Oh,
I wish.
I thought you said you have a flip phone right now. I was like, let me
Oh
see.
my god, it's distracting me. I'm sorry.
So I mean, I guess like the weirdest question for you guys is the reason, the question that I asked you guys earlier. It's what is like the weirdest thing you've collected? I'm gonna go ahead and type it on the screen.
Oh,
Just
what
so
a good segue.
See, it's like I know what I'm doing here.
Mhm.
So what is the weirdest thing you guys collect?
Funny, I actually mentioned this to my significant other, I guess I'll say, and he was like, I feel like you should say the weirdest thing is your Sunny Angels. And honestly, I feel like a lot of people think they're really weird because they're little children. Like, they're like these little, I don't know if they're boys, I think they are little boys. And they're all like different themes, and people think they're so weird. I think they're the cutest thing ever, but people think they're so weird. Also, they're naked, and they have, excuse my language, but they do have their private parts showing, and people just think it's super weird. But I don't know.
Hold on,
Definitely
what's it
not
called?
weird. Stony Angels, which is SONNY, and then just angels. Yeah. So I guess that's like one of the weirdest things I collect, which I definitely don't think they're
Oh
weird.
God.
People seem to hate on them.
Oh my God. Should I even bring this up? Is it?
I mean, it's pretty popular.
Is it?
Yeah, they're so popular, and people think they're so weird, but I'm so obsessed.
Okay, give me one. I'm gonna try to share that here. Hold on. Let me
Don't
see
you
if I
have one at your desk, Alexa? You have one on like your
but I
computer?
took it off.
Why?
I put it on my fridge.
These things?
Yes.
Yes,
Oh,
I collect
okay.
them. I love them. I'm so obsessed.
Well, before I get banned, let me go ahead and exit out of it. Yeah,
I
because
think they're
what?
so cute.
Let me stop sharing the screen. How do I? Okay, there we go. Okay, so I mean that is pretty odd. Do you have anything else that's considered weird, or like the things that
How about you guys go for one, and I'll think of something else.
Okay,
Trying to
cool.
think if there's anything else that's like weird, or that others think it's weird. I don't think it's weird.
I don't
Go,
have
Sarah.
anything weird. I don't have anything weird. I just collect plushies. I have a crap ton of plushies.
Plushies, like the
love
little
that.
stuffed
Yeah.
animals.
Yeah.
Oh,
I feel like I've kept them from like when I was younger. So I guess in a way, whenever y'all were talking about like vintage items, I have these Care Bears that still have like the little enamel heart on the back side of them.
Uh-huh.
So it's like I feel like since those are original, I'm like maybe I can sell them in the future. So
Pretty
it's
much.
like it's yeah. But it's just stuffies. I just collect stuffies. I have too many of them.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna sell this Coke bottle for $10 million. It's
Oh my
never been
God.
open.
So have you bought another one to try it or no?
Okay, I haven't been able to find one.
Oh.
So that's that gas station that I went to was the first one I found. So, and it was the only one left. I told my wife was asking me, "Are you gonna drink it?" I was like, "No, this is a collectible item now, and we'll be
Wow.
filthy rich later on."
Yeah. My husband, he collects a lot of like Jurassic Park collectibles. He's trying to collect all the books. I have nothing weird.
No, you're just saying that just to be normal.
I collect rocks.
What kind of rock?
Any type of rock. If it's smooth, if it's shiny, if it's clean.
If it's clean. Okay, so this may sound like I was a low key or like I was gonna be like grow up to be like a future serial killer or something, but I used to collect something weird when I was little, and I've mentioned this in the past. One of my past videos. I used to. You guys don't think I'm weird. It was. I
won't
guess
think you're
like.
weird.
Okay, cool. So I used to. I used to collect butterfly wings.
I don't think that's weird.
You don't think it was weird? Okay, so I
mean,
used to catch a butterfly and like pull the wings out.
No.
Okay, pulling it I think is crazy. I did used to, when I was a kid, I would separate the love bugs.
Uh-huh.
Whatever
Oh,
those
okay.
are. I always would separate them.
You would separate the love.
I just
So
didn't understand why they
mean.
had to be together.
Y'all are so mean.
I don't know.
Not today.
Oh my gosh. My mom, she used to tell me that when they were kids, they would get like the lightning bugs and they would smear like the backside, like the glowy part of it, and smear it on themselves, like on their clothes, on everything, just so they can glow in the dark.
Did it work?
I just feel like
Oh, cool.
I feel like
Yeah.
as a kid you don't think there's anything wrong with these things. That's why I say, Ricky, that I also don't think you were like, yes, it's like maybe now when you're like older, you're kind of like, why did I do that?
Yeah,
But like I
that's-
don't think it's. I feel like if you were a kid, I mean, you don't really know.
I really didn't know. I really didn't know. I feel like I was like being harmless in a way, just living life. But I'm pretty sure now people probably assume that I was like die or something. No, that
Like
wasn't
serial
me.
killer tendencies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that wasn't the case. No, I was just like, oh look, they're so cool. Look at the pattern, and I would take them apart and just collect them. I don't know what happened to my
That's
collection,
crazy.
but they're long gone now.
Your mom was like probably found it one day and was like, gotta get rid of this. Like, what is wrong with him?
Like, who should I call?
Yeah.
But yeah,
interesting.
that's probably like the weirdest thing that I ever collected. Other than what else did I collect? Well, that's pretty much it. I try to be like one of those cool guys and collect Funko Pops, but there's just so many of them.
There is so many. I only have like 2, I think.
Yeah, I think I have 2 also.
The only reason why I would collect them is for the miniature ones, like the very small ones, like the tiny Funko Pops.
I've never seen a tiny one.
No,
Yeah, I never seen it either.
they're
did
tiny.
A Mariah Carey one at a thrift shop the other day though. I was like, and it was the Christmas one too. I was like, wow, that's kind of crazy. Like, I've just never seen that. You know how she is like that popular song that everyone knows of her?
Yeah.
And I just had never
yeah.
seen it. Like, it was just kind of crazy. I was like, is this rare?
It could be.
It could be, yeah.
Yeah, you should have
Yeah.
like looked it up on Facebook
It was
Marketplace.
also in like a huge box. Like it wasn't in the
Mm.
regular small like box shape. Like I don't know. It's just a really big box.
I wish I could find the Funko Pop I had of my old school Batman Funko Pop. It's still like boxed up in a rectangular. It's actually pretty wide, or lengthy. So man, I wish I could find. I don't know what happened. I lost a lot of stuff on the move. I hope people didn't take them, but yeah, I just misplaced a lot of
happens.
stuff.
Have you guys
So-
moved a lot in your life?
Huh? Yes. But I will let you guys go first and talk about you. Have you guys moved a lot?
I feel like yes and no, but never like, because like I feel like I did move a lot, but never really far. Like it was always within like the area. So
Okay.
sometimes I'm like, do I really count that though? Because I was never like, I never left Houston or anything. Like I just always kind of stayed within the same kind of neighborhoods, kind of. I don't
And
know if I really consider,
Does
but
that include like when you were growing up to now?
I would say that it stopped like my freshman year. Like
Mhm.
freshman year was like the first time my mom and my dad had like I guess rented a house. Like so we stayed in the house and my mom actually still has that house. So we've been in that house for a long time. I'm not living there right now, but before that it was just constant moving, but always like in the area, like I said. Like it wasn't ever like I don't even think it was more than like 40 minutes away of the differences. So sometimes I'm like, do I really count that though? If it was just like in the area, you know?
Okay.
Mhm.
So you all you've known is really just Texas. Where were you born?
I'm born and raised here, unfortunately.
Like-
True Texan.
Yeah.
Well, I was born in Galveston, but
Galveston,
I don't really count it. I mean, I still feel like I was kind of born here in Houston, and I was just raised here. I was raised really in the area of Pasadena, Texas, and Clear Lake. I feel like for the most of my life in Pasadena for sure, but never left Houston. I really do wish that like my parents would have taken us out of Houston, but obviously now as an adult I'm like it's definitely not that easy to just like move to another city, you know.
Yeah.
Mostly with children, I'm sure. Like I don't have kids myself, but I have 2 cats and that would be hard already. So
Oh, you're another cat lady.
I have 2 cats, but I was raised with dogs all my life, and I used to say that I was not a cat person, to say that I would never have a cat until my cat found me.
Cats are cleaner. I will say that though.
I love cats. I could never live a life without cats now.
Oh,
I'm serious. I will be 90 years old and I will have cats.
Oh, cat lady.
cat
I
lady.
love cat women. Cat ladies? Cat women? Cat ladies.
Cat ladies. Yeah, cat
Mhm.
ladies. They're usually old.
Right.
So yeah.
What about
Yeah.
you, Sarah? How often did you move when you were youngin'?
I was born in California.
Really?
Oh. What?
Yes.
Where in California? Do you know?
LA.
Wow.
Yeah, but it was I don't consider myself, I mean, I typically don't say it either because I mean it was such a short time in my life. I mean, I was born there, but then we moved over here when I was like 5 or 6. So I mean, I do have like memories from that time, but I've basically just been raised over here in Houston. But when we were living over there, we were living in Linwood, LA, and we moved like twice. And then we moved over here because it was a lot cheaper. And then from here, we moved like twice again. And then where my parents live right now, that's where we ended, like we stopped moving. And so, I
So you
mean,
So you got
Mhm.
married?
yes. And then I moved again. Yes.
Usually happens.
Yeah, it happens. It was hard though, like moving away from my parents, but you know.
Moving away from my mom's house was one of the hardest things I've done and experienced, and I always wanted to be outside of my mom's house. Like growing up, I was like, I'm so ready to be moved out, to live my life, do whatever I want, which I was never like doing anything I felt like I couldn't do when I was living at my mom's house. But now that I've experienced living outside of it, I'm like, wow, it's not as easy as I thought.
What would you
Anyways,
say
I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good. What was the hardest part about it? Do you think it was?
Well, one, I feel like I've never been super close with my family. I feel like I had not a hard relationship, but I was just a girl who wanted to live her life, and so I feel like I've had like my discussions with my mom, or disagreements with my mom, I mean. So I always thought that would actually be the best part, like being away from my family, but I think that was one of the hardest part. Like I actually realized how much I would talk to them and see them, and like there'd be times where like they would go out to dinner and like they wouldn't tell me, but I moved out and I'm just like, what? I wanted to come.
You were hurt.
I was just like, I wanted to come with you guys, and they're just like, well, we didn't think you wanted to come, and I'm like, why did you think that? Like, excuse me, like what? So that, like, being away from my family, and probably also just, I feel like I was just very blessed, when I was living at my mom's house, I wasn't paying rent, and now it's like, it's rent, it's food, it's water, it's my cats, it's literally everything. And I really thought it was just gonna be so easy. I feel like at first it was really hard, but now I've gotten the hang of it. Everything's okay. But I guess I was almost like, I'm gonna be really real. I feel like I was just very humbled, like very, very humbled. And I realized just how hard parents work and like provide for their kids and stuff. And
That's
unfortunately, sometimes being away from it, like you don't see it unless you're like away from it sometimes. So I think that was just my hard part. But now I just have learned like a huge appreciation to my mom for how much she's just done for all of us. And I'm just like, wow, she's really just such a boss lady for being able to do all of that, So yeah.
Dang. No, you're right. I feel like you do get humbled. Like, wow, I didn't think things were gonna be this expensive when I was little.
Yeah, no, you don't think, like, you just, it's like that saying where they're like, there really is food at home. Like, you just don't really think about that, and it is very true. Then again, it's just my first year being moved out. Like, I know it's not always gonna be like that. Like I'm sure, like my mom always tells me, like, it didn't take me like 1 year to get where I am today. Like, you have to go through a lot of life experiences to get to the point where you are. And I'm like, I still have a lot of growing to do, but it was just one of the things that I've just experienced with that.
Man, you're still gonna keep learning more and more as
Yeah,
time goes on, for sure.
Sure. Yes.
What about you, Sarah? What is the toughest lesson you've learned since moving out?
If you have.
I'm thinking, because I think one of the main parts that has me thinking when I think about that question is whenever, when you're younger and your parents, they decide to, hey, let's go to SeaWorld, or hey, let's go, I don't know, Disneyland. And it's like, now planning a trip, it's like, where did they find that money with 2 kids? Or 4 or 5 kids, and then now that you've moved out, have your family, or just have your significant other, it's like, hey, yo, I'd rather just stay home. This money.
Everything
Yeah,
costs so
no.
much money, especially right now in this day and age.
Yeah.
Or do y'all ever
Exactly.
think about, like, sometimes, like, when I'm out with my mom, she's always asking me questions like, help me order this food, or like just help me with my phone, or help me take this call. And I'm like, how did you do it when we were kids?
Mhm.
Right?
Like, how were you doing these things? Like, did you just lose this knowledge, or like were you always just struggling and just figuring it out? Like, I just don't understand.
Yeah, like, how did you enroll me into school, man?
Right?
Like, your first language is Spanish.
Literally,
you
like, I
do-
think about that.
Yeah,
That's so
for
true.
sure.
That's so true. And I was
Yeah.
always wondering, like, how the heck does she do all this? I used to get free lunch too. Like, how does she do that?
Yes.
Yes.
How did she pull that off?
Like, how did she enroll me in like getting on the bus every day?
I literally just
I-
I don't understand how they did it.
Oh
But-
yeah, especially back then. I
Yes.
feel like we were more exposed to getting lost for sure. Like we literally took risk in getting in a bus and just figuring it out. Like I don't even know how. Like I was talking to my wife about this the other day. We literally got on the bus and had to figure it out. Like, hey, find your way home. If you find it, you find it. If not, then yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, where I used to live, like whenever we got here to Pearland, our very first house, I remember it was like the first week of school, and whenever I'd get on the bus and she'd drop me off like somewhere, I would have to figure it out because we had one street called Clover Lane and the other one was Cloverfield Drive.
Oh Lord.
And so I could
So
not
confusing.
distinguish which one was it. And so I was dropped off at Clover Lane and I was like, I can't see my house. Where's my house? I had to walk all the way to the other side of the street just to find the house. So, that there I learned. I lived in Cloverfield Drive. So
You always went by the first Clover. After that,
yeah,
it was like I have to
sure.
figure that out. I don't think I ever remember getting lost when I was a kid at all. I mean, I used to get lost at Walmart. I don't know why. I used to just like go towards like where the toys were at, and next thing I know, my
Yeah.
mom wasn't there, and I'd be like, "Oh God, where is this lady?"
I didn't get lost, but I do kind of have a story of when my mom thought she lost me and my younger brother because we used to live in this apartment complex, and basically we were on the second floor and we were right next to this volleyball court. Like it was literally right next to it. It was inside of the apartment complex, and my mom could actually see us playing on the volleyball court from the window.
Yeah.
And usually my mom was super strict. Like she was just always like the type of mom who like if we were riding the bus, she stood there with us at all times. She walked us anywhere. Like she just never really left our side. And I don't know what happened this time or what we told her. Because me and my younger brother are only 2 years apart, so we always like played together.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know what it was, but my mom also tells us that time she decided to let us play outside with the kids because there was other kids out there on our own, and she was gonna go upstairs and just look at us from the window. But usually my mom would always stay out there and be with us. Well, this sounds crazy now because when I was a kid, I was like, this thing seems so innocent. But there was this old lady that lived on the first floor on this other building, also across of the volleyball court, but she was in the other building, not with our building. And she came out and told all of the kids that she had baked cookies and if we wanted to come over and have some cookies. Literally, I think about it now and I'm like, whoa, that sounds so
Yeah, it sounds sketchy.
horrible. But as a kid, I can tell you we all went without even thinking anything at all. Like, and all of us did go. And we were at this lady's apartment. Thankfully, this lady actually was a really nice lady. She did not do anything to us. At least not to me and my
Thankfully.
sibling. And I don't think she did anything to anyone else. But she truly did make cookies, and we were all just sitting there. I still remember a very slight memory where we entered her like apartment, and there was like this mirror, the dining table, and the kitchen was like on to the left, at least from what I remember. I was a kid, but my mom said that her and other parents were screaming out for our names for 30 minutes and were about to call the cops.
Yo.
Whenever the lady, I almost said the grandma, but like the old lady somehow, I guess I don't know how she didn't hear it, but I guess she heard it at one point. She stepped out and all of us also started walking out, and she said, oh no, they're okay. I don't know what happened, but my mom did say that obviously everyone was going off on this lady, saying like, why would you even do that? Like, why would you take these kids like into your apartment and not knowingly? She was an old lady, so my mom tells me like she felt really bad, like she really did not mean any harm. But
Yeah,
it's still just such a horrible situation.
it is.
Yes, and like thankfully nothing happened to us. Like she was an innocent person, but she could have not been, you know?
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
as a kid, you know, I knew what stranger danger was. Like my mom was always like teaching us about that, like don't trust anyone, this and that. But I guess in that moment we really felt like, and at least I don't remember ever seeing her before. Like I don't know if she would come out and sometimes be there, but at least I don't remember. I feel like my only memory is only seeing her there
That one
that
time.
that time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was like the only time I guess I kind of got lost, but didn't. So
That's
No, that's
Scary.
still scary. You
it
took a
was so
risk on that one.
scary. I was a
Mhm.
kid, honestly. I'm trying to think how old I was, but I don't even remember. I feel like I was a first or second grade, like first and second grade.
I
Yeah,
think you were like around
maybe.
8 or 9, 7 or 8.
Yeah, I was really really young, but I want to say it was maybe a little bit younger, but I can't remember too much. But it's like such a like the memory is like there, but it also feels so blurry at the same time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh geez. You took a
I
risk on that one.
know.
Luckily she was a nice lady. Uh
Yeah.
I don't know if I could, oh man, especially now. I feel like there's so many cases where kids get lost. And I've spoke about this many times, and it's scary because we get all these Amber Alerts throughout the day, like, hey, another kid missing.
Yeah, no, it's
It's
super
scary.
scary. I'm always seeing alerts all the time, and it's just so scary. Like now, if that ever happened, I don't have any kids, but like if I had a kid, you know, and that were to ever happen, I would literally go crazy. Honestly, I don't want anyone taking my kid for any reason, like at all.
Bruh, I already go crazy if I can't see my cat around the house. Like, where are
Yeah.
you? Yeah, so imagine a whole kid.
Well, it's happened to me before. I'm not necessarily saying that somebody took my one of my kids, but we did lose him. I've spoke about this many times, and it was at my buddy's son's birthday party. And shout out to the Tras del Micrófono, by the way, the podcast. They're probably shooting right now live also, so yeah, shout out to you guys. And I say shout out to you guys because he's the main guy is like the guy who, you know, whose kid was the birthday for. And the back door was unlocked and open because, you know, that's where the guests were coming in and out. And my wife had told me like, hey, keep an eye on him because you know, he's just very like explorer type. I was like, yeah, I understand. So every 5 minutes I would look at the bouncy house. Okay, he's there. Okay, he's there. Okay, he's there. You know, every 5 minutes. Well, I checked on him like 2 minutes ago, but I decided like, hey, I'm gonna keep checking on him because I'm really into this conversation that I'm having with my wife. So I look over and he's not there. So I didn't think nothing of it. I was like, okay, you know, maybe he's with his brother. Hey, you know, I asked my other son, my oldest, like, hey, you know, is he with you? He's like, no, he's not with me. I was like, okay, well, you know, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Maybe he's around here somewhere. Maybe he went inside the house. So we asked the mom of the kid who was my wife's friend, or still is my wife's friend. Like, hey, you know, have you seen just you know, my middle child? And she was like, no, I think he may be inside. So we all looked inside, no sign of him. So I kept thinking to myself, like, he probably walked out the back door. Like, there's no way he did it. So my wife said the same thing. I think he left through the back door. So we're freaking out already. It was like the longest 30 minutes of our lives. And we go outside, walk around the neighbor's house. We asked them around, like, hey, have you guys seen a kid? You know, he's about 2 or 3 years old. Like, no, we haven't seen him. So this is when we start freaking out. Like, we'll check, like the neighbors were like, we'll check our cameras, see if we see anything. I'm like, all right, cool. So my wife is just in panic now because it's been like the longest 30 minutes of our lives. And see, she commented that. Yeah, it's the longest 30 minutes of our lives and we cannot find him. And we had parked right next to like a sewage. So I kept thinking to myself, like, what if this kid decided to just go in there because it looked fun? So all these thoughts are just running through my head, and I'm trying not to freak my wife out, as more than what she already is. Eventually her friend, comes out there with me, helps me look for him outside. She goes like 2 streets down and decides to look for him over there while I'm on the other side. And my wife's inside the house. People are trying to calm her down, but I'm slowly trying not to freak out myself. Eventually, I hear my wife's friend on the other side of the street saying, "I found him."
Oh my God.
Bro, when I tell you that I felt like
crying.
my wife started bawling her eyes out. I wanted to cry too, because like I'm telling you, it's scary. It's you hear all these stories about kids getting abducted. Somebody could have easily just taken him and done who knows what. Like, people are not as nice now as they were back then, or probably never were. But luckily he was around a bunch of kids. I guess he saw kids playing in the street, so he wanted to be with them too. And the kids asked my wife's friend, like, "Oh, is this your kid?" She's like, "No, but I've been looking all over for him, so thank you so much." So luckily he was around kids. But yeah, that traumatized us to this very day, because every time we go out, it's like, okay, where is he? Okay, where is he? Okay, he's good. He's accounted for. Like, we'll ask my oldest son, like, "Hey, keep an eye on him." And it's always like that. But yeah, I guess not many people want to have kids nowadays, because they don't want to put themselves in a situation like that either. And I don't blame them.
It's such a big responsibility.
It really is. I was in the middle of the street on my knees, had the worst panic attack. Yeah.
That's gonna make me cry. I can only imagine.
Yeah.
That
It
must
was
have
bad.
been so scary.
hard.
Yeah, it was
It's a
scary.
scary situation.
Everybody was trying not to panic, but I could see in everybody's eyes that they were like trying to help us the very best they could, because they felt for us. They knew that we were like in full panic mode.
And that's the thing about kids, they're curious, they just want to wander, and they don't know. Like I was telling you, like even when I was a kid, when that situation happened to me, I did it without even realizing, oh, something's bad, like, or something bad can happen. It's
Exactly.
just, you really have to watch kids. I'm not saying you guys were not watching them, but I'm sorry about my cat.
Cutie.
But it's just, you have to watch them so carefully, because oh my goodness,
Like I'm telling you,
can just look away for 1 second and they're
it was
just
2
gone.
minutes.
You're like, how does that even happen? Because I've done a lot of babysitting throughout my life, and they weren't even my own kids, and I was just still like, oh my goodness, like I have to watch every single thing that they're doing, because I don't want them to get hurt. I don't want them to walk out the house. You just never know what could happen. So
yeah, and I've talked to a lot of people now that they don't have kids, and they always tell me the same thing. I'm scared to lose my kid, whether it be to just like my situation, or like just death, because it does happen. Sadly, there's some kids that do pass away due to unfortunate events. And yeah, like I don't blame them, because it is a huge responsibility. You constantly have to keep your eyes on them, and especially when you have more than one, it's like you have to keep them accounted for at all times. I don't know how people used to do it back in the day when they used to have like 6-7 kids. Like, I don't know how my grandparents ever did it, and they were like so trusting with everybody.
I don't know
Yeah.
how I could do that. It's just times are different now, It's just, I'm sure it was really bad back then, but it's just gotten worse now, unfortunately.
Yeah, every time we're at the store, like, I mean, I don't have kids myself, so that's why at the store, like maybe H-E-B or Walmart, when I see kids on their own, it freaks me out, because I'm like, I feel like now, if I have them in front of me, I feel like now that's my responsibility. If anything happened to that kid, I'm gonna lose sleep. That's really
Exactly.
scary. Like,
I think the best thing that you could do in a situation like that, wherever you feel like there is a kid that looks lost or looks like it could need some help or you could use some help. This is exactly what we did not that long ago. We were at this little children's place with the kids, and my oldest came up to me with the little girl next to him saying like, or he came up to my wife saying like she can't find her mom. And my wife, she goes on full mom mode as well, like, okay, let's go ahead and find your mom. Do you know how she looks like, blah blah. And she told me too, like, hey, she's looking for her mom. I was like, okay, we'll help her look for it, because I can't be in this. It's a little girl, obviously. I feel like they're more trusting with another female around them. So I told her, please help her, because I feel like, it's just an era that we live in.
it's so scary too, because you can't even trust the same sex anymore.
That's true.
It's really scary. Like, if I ever encounter that type of situation, like, I'm happy they came to me and not some other person that can do them harm.
Exactly.
Because I remember we were at the mall, and we were like at the shoe store, and there was this mom who like was hyperventilating, and she was like, where is he? And I was looking around, because that scared me too. Like, where's your child? Okay. And we saw like this toddler like close to the window in front of the store, and I was like, is he yours? And she just started crying, like, yes, he's mine.
Oh,
like, all right, like, I will cry with you. I'm so sorry that you lost him. But it's like, it's freaking scary. Yeah, but like your grandparents, like my grandma had like 12 kids.
Oh Lord.
And then one of my other, like my mom's mom had 8 kids. So it's like, how do you keep track of kids that are like under 10 years old? It makes no sense.
I don't know. They were so trusting, I guess, with other people, and this was back then when they didn't have no phones or anything either. Like, hey, walk home from school.
Yeah, for sure. Like my mom, she would tell me that like her mom would send her and her little brother to like the little corner store, like, a few minutes away from the house. And it's like, imagine if you did that now. You can't even do that now anymore. Like, that's really scary. Someone can easily snatch them and they're gone.
Yep. Yeah. Not a lot of people have the best interest.
Nope.
It's scary.
No, but I do want to say though, on a bit of a lighter note, as a kid I never got lost, but I did used to hide a lot. Like at a Sears, I remember I was hidden from my parents at a Sears for like a whole like 30 minutes. They even called the cops and everything. It's just, how where all the clothes are at, it's like this circular like pole.
Yeah, you like just want to cave in there.
Yeah, and I was in there for that whole time, and I came out, and my dad was pissed. But I mean, understandable. But
I feel
like it was bad.
That's such a kid thing, like wanting to just hide, and like you don't think it's bad, but like it is kind of bad.
Sarah came out of there like, I'm here, bitches.
Basically, I was laughing.
I was like, bad. You guys thought I was lost, but I wasn't.
Right? Y'all thought I was lost, but I wasn't.
Yeah.
Give us a little
Talking about places like that, has there ever been any places where you guys have just been very curious to go to? So what I'm trying to get at is, for example, do y'all remember if you've ever been into an Olive Garden, like back then they used to have like that part up on the top where it had like a little table, but it's like nobody could actually sit there. It was just like a little like decor like area. But it's like there's places like that where they have those places that you can't really
like that one scene, like that one scene in Ratatouille, like by the end of the movie, like they have all like these rats like on top of like
dining.
They're all dining, and they have like all their little chairs and their tables. I mean, if we're talking cartoons, I wish I was there. I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Yeah.
Maybe on stage.
In the Olive Garden.
On top of the Olive Garden?
I think I've been wanting to go on stage with like the animatronics at Chuck E. Cheese.
True.
Yeah, but now
Yeah.
watching FNAF, I don't think I'd do that anymore.
Watching what?
I've never watched
Five
that.
Nights at Freddy's.
Oh,
Oh.
that's my
I'm
that's
sorry.
I've never watched it though.
No,
that's
I
my
used
s-
to-
that's my
yeah.
son's favorite movie,
Really, I used
Yeah.
to watch a lot of the gameplay. I'm just a nerd.
and he's like 3, and
So-
I'm weirded out why he likes that movie so much. Actually,
I've never watched it, but I know what it is.
Is it-
It's cute.
is it like based
Uh-huh.
off of like a Chuck E. Cheese or something?
You know what? I don't know. I've heard a lot of rumors that Five Nights at Freddy's was an actual establishment.
Really?
Yeah, but I'm not sure if it's true though.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean it's a rumor. It's a rumor. It's like lore. I don't know.
Is there a character that you guys have been scared of or were scared of as a kid and maybe still are scared of? I do have one.
Chucky.
Okay. I feel like that was
Chucky.
very
Now I'm just like, man, you little shit. Like now it's just like, man, I could just kick you and that's it. But back then it used to terrify me.
He was pretty scary.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
pretty scary.
What
Have
about
you?
What about you, Sarah?
The Gremlins. Gremlins, like the actual movie, The Gremlins.
I don't
Yeah.
think I ever watched it.
No,
Wait, let me
I've
let me
only
pull
watched
it up.
snippets, like how like if you like microwave or if the heat causes their skin to bubble, something causes them to bubble, and that still
scary.
creeps me out.
I'm gonna pull it up.
I was and I'm still very scared of the live version of the Cat in the Hat.
Why?
It's so scary.
Oh, I could see that.
Oh my god, it's so
Heck
scary.
no.
Oh my
Hell
god,
nah.
I do know. I'm sorry, yes.
Frick.
I honestly think I had one as a kid.
Did you? That's
Yeah.
scary. Nah, I think maybe I'm still scared of it. I don't know. That's giving me the creeps.
All right, let me stop it.
I think I had one where the eyes would open like by
Yes,
itself
like
and stuff.
Furbies
Yeah.
almost.
Yes, maybe that's
Furbies
what
are
it
They
was.
We
do look
also-
like them, yeah. Wait,
Yeah.
what did you say? You said the live animation Grinch?
No, I love the Grinch. It's the Cat in the Hat. The Cat in the Hat.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what it is, but like I just could not watch it like as a kid. Like I hated the live version. I mean I feel like I struggled with nightmares. Like I just could not like it was just so scary to me. And even today, I'm like I obviously it doesn't scare me as much, but it's so scary. I'm like, oh my gosh, like how do people like the Cat in the Hat or thought it was just I did read it's so scary.
Alexa, that used to be one of my favorite movies as a kid.
No, it's so scary. And even like what is it called? Like Thing number 1 and 2, like the live version is so scary. Like their nose, like it's just so scary.
It's
Hey,
so
I guess.
chaotic. It's on crack. It's funny.
It's on crack.
I hate it. But I did read I don't think it was the Cat in the Hat, but I did like read a lot of like Dr. Seuss books. Like
Mhm.
I really love Dr. Seuss, but he did bad with the Cat in the Hat. I don't know why he did that.
There was what movie was it that I was so scared of watching when I was little? I think it was the oh my god. I could see you being scared of this, Alexa. Hold on.
Vale. Oh
Oh.
my
Why does this look
gosh.
scary?
It's so scary.
I can see you being scared of that.
Awful.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
you
What
there?
were.
about
That's-
now? Like,
I was. Go ahead.
are you still sorry? Like, what about now? Are you still scared of it? Like, are you like can you watch the movie without getting scared?
I've never watched the movie.
No?
fully.
You need to
To this
watch.
day, I
Because of it?
haven't. I think I watched the cartoon version, but I just haven't been able to watch the live version. I feel like yes, I could watch it now, but I just think it's like I don't like it. You know, to this day, it doesn't scare me maybe as much, but
Mhm.
I just don't like it. It brings a dark time.
Dark memory.
Yeah. What about now? Are y'all scared of anything like now?
That
now?
was
Like, any
actually one of
movie?
my questions. I was gonna say, what are you afraid of? And also, what are you not afraid of at all? So it kind of goes with that.
I only have one with what am I scared of like now? Like freakishly scared, like very scared.
Tell me.
I hate The Quiet Place.
I've never watched it.
No,
Like the movie?
like the movie.
Okay.
The like those monsters are called death angels. I get nightmares. I still get nightmares. I get the sweats. It's so weird. Like I can watch like any type of like scary movie like The Conjuring or like I don't know what else is there. Saw? I'm not sure. But or any type of like alien movie, but Death Angels, I can't do it. The Quiet Place?
They do look
I had a-
freaky.
I had a
Mhm.
friend who also told me that out of all the movies, she just can't watch The Quiet Place. I've never watched it. I actually kind of stopped watching scary movies I think a year or two ago, just because I just was like, I don't know, it was just too intense for me. And I'm a pretty big scary cat. I really
I
am.
feel that. I feel that.
It takes a lot for me to get scared, honestly. I could say that I'm really terrified of rats.
Rats.
Interesting. My mom has a huge fear of rats as well. Like
I
it's
hate
so
rats.
bad.
Oh, and
I
hate
really
rats.
like rats.
You
I think they're so cute.
what?
I don't
Like-
like their tails.
No, I just really like how whenever people are handling them and like they're just like little like
Oh, no.
I refuse to hold them though. I can see them like if I go to like PetSmart and they're maybe there, or
Mm.
like I've been to New York and I'll see them like on the trains and stuff.
aren't
I
they
can do that.
huge?
They're huge.
They're
huge.
Massive.
But I know if one ever went like near my like feet or something, oh my gosh, I would have disappeared literally, gone.
I can't do rats. I don't have fear of frogs, but I hate the way they look.
Frogs are kind of gross looking, but they're
They're
cute.
just like,
They're just like soggy, like
ugh.
Soggy.
they're just,
They just
why do they have to be wet?
Why do they
You
have to
know?
have? I don't know. They just look funny to me. Like, oh,
I
Ugh.
am horribly scared of roaches though. It's
Mm.
really bad.
Roaches.
Which I feel like a lot of people are.
not me. I'm pretty much exterminate them here. If I ever
Oh
see
yeah.
them.
If I was
I-
home alone and I saw one, I won't be sleeping here tonight.
Bruh, talking about roaches, I remember on the first few days of me like living with my husband, we saw one on the wall and it looked massive. It looked really big. And when we threw like something at it, it was two.
What?
Ooh.
It came apart and there was two of them and we had to kill both.
Mhm.
They were flyers. They flew.
Yeah, that's the scariest part when they fly.
I
I hate
cried.
that they fly. Like, why?
Yeah.
It's just so bad. And I'm like, why do they even exist? Like, what do they bring to the world? Nothing. Literally nothing. I don't understand.
That's what I say about ants
Mosquitoes.
too.
Ants.
Ants,
You-
mosquitoes.
the point of me saying that was you guys not giving me a response of them being a reason to be on this world.
I mean,
There's no reason. They just annoy.
maybe they're just part of the ecosystem. They're someone else's food, I guess. They can live off of something else.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
Sure.
gotta be something else.
Like,
I mean, they
I
don't
think.
they like? Sorry, go for it.
I mean, some lizards are able to eat them, right?
Yes, I think so.
think
Frogs
so.
are able to eat them too. I think.
Oh, that's right.
I
Yeah.
have 2 cats and they won't do anything, so
Are you-
just look at it.
What's a pet that it's what would be a pet that, you know, if it was illegal to own, you would own it?
I
if
feel
it was
like
legal,
If it was
maybe
legal
like
to own, you would own it.
Hmm.
like a lion or a tiger, even though it'd probably eat me. but yeah,
Like the big kitties. The big cats are so cute.
they're gorgeous. They would literally eat us.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
think.
I actually have the perfect animal to show you guys. Beautiful,
Or
majestic,
like a dolphin.
a dolphin.
Don't even get me started on dolphins. I
People
hate
say that-
dolphins.
Yeah, people actually say that they're actually horrible and like super like they're like they hate humans, and I'm like, what? Oh my gosh.
If they were legal to own, I would own a
I just
Komodo
feel like-
dragon.
These used to be like really scary to me, like not super bad, but I was like, they're so scary. They look so like bulky.
They're beautiful. If they were legal, I would own one for sure.
They are really pretty.
They're pretty cool looking.
They are
Kind
cool.
She gets me.
Look.
That's funny.
Look, if somebody was to see what was trying to like rob your house and they would jump the fence and see a Komodo dragon, you think that they would think twice about ever stepping foot in your house again?
I would definitely walk away.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know. I feel like depending on where you live, you'll always find that one person that won't care if you have one. Like they'll for sure just rob your house even if you have one. But you know, I wouldn't though. I mean, I'd just walk away.
I would love Komodo dragons.
Komodo dragons are really cool though. It's like praying mantis. What are they
Okay.
called? Sorry,
Let me
keep going.
let me go ahead and tell you why this little comment that she just put triggers me. Because she put, "I'll protect the house." She can't even protect it herself whenever there's a roach in the bathroom.
See,
Let me
this
just
is
go ahead and
I
let me
want
talk
to
about-
see her
I
response.
actually want to talk about this. See, like I feel like my boyfriend would think the same thing. Like I feel like he feels like if he is not here, the apartment or wherever we live is not going to be protected. Let me just say that I feel like a lot of women, when they're with their man, you know, they put that guard down. But if we really had to protect ourselves, we could do it. Everything I feel like you guys think we may not be able to do, we can actually do. For example, like, you know, something's really heavy. Obviously, if my boyfriend's there, I'm going to tell him to do it. I'm going to act like I don't know how to, like, I can't carry it. But if I was by myself, I just would definitely be able to carry it just fine. You know?
I would find a way
Yes,
to carry it.
exactly.
So say there was a big rat in the living room right now. How would you deal with it?
I'd
Grab a
probably
bucket.
just shut the room.
Everyone forget about it.
Shut the
Yes.
room and forget about it.
Literally. Turn off the light
I
and go to
would
bed.
grab a bucket. What do you mean?
So,
Get it out
okay,
of your
say-
house.
Say your
That's
boyfriend.
also a really good idea, Sarah.
If your boyfriend isn't there, say he's out on a business trip or something, and there's a huge rat in the living room, what do you do? What do you do?
I mean, obviously, I would have no choice but to deal with it.
me tell you.
I wouldn't actually leave my apartment.
Okay, hold on. That's different. The insects I hate won't hurt the kids. Someone coming would. I go mom mode. Last night, I went to see why there was a loud noise on the side of the house. You did not want to go
hell
see why
no.
there was oh my god, she's such a liar. She even said it like I kept hearing a loud noise. I didn't see anything. Oh, maybe she did go outside. I don't know.
Like no, if I hear something loud outside, I'm not leaving. I'm staying in the
No.
house, locking the doors,
Okay,
locking the windows. I'm staying.
I will say I don't understand how people can do that. Like, it's like, why do people go check out what they hear? Like, I don't do that. I would do the same thing. I would just, you know, if I'm safe in here and if I was hearing things outside of my door, no way am I stepping outside at all.
It would look. It's if you notice, all the white people in every scary movie are always the same people that be like, oh, let's investigate. Let's see what this loud noise is all about.
Or they'll
The
hear
first
something and they'll walk in the dark. They don't turn on a
They don't
single
turn on the
light.
lights. Like, bro,
No way. This is really happening right now.
I know. I was like, bro, turn the light on.
As they're
Stop the
holding
madness,
their phone and they won't even turn on a flashlight.
right?
It's
Mm-mm.
insane.
That's funny.
I haven't watched any
No.
scary movies in a while.
I feel like So I just find it funny because I feel like if there's like a spider in the house, my husband wouldn't protect the house. I'd be the one to go kill it. He hates spiders. He's an arachnophobe. So if like there's like a
Oh,
spider
yeah.
he can't kill, I mean, if I'm not
I get it.
there, he'd just leave the room.
Oh my god! Please
Yeah.
tell me, like, if he doesn't see a spider, or like if he sees like a spider in the house, he'll be like, Sarah.
He's already done it. He's done that already. It's
You
so
really?
funny.
Sarah!
Yeah, for sure. No, but if it's something big, like a cockroach, like if it's like a massive cockroach, I will not kill it. I'm scared of killing big things. I'm scared of everything. I
That's
feel
true.
that.
That's true. That is very true. But she's also the type to ask for trouble too.
Ask for trouble. What does that
Yeah,
mean?
like, okay, like, look, if you hear a noise on the side of the house, are you gonna go outside and check it out?
No.
Exactly. Why would she if she's scared of
She's-
everything?
I don't know. Adrenaline, maybe?
Adrenaline.
I don't know.
It's in the middle of the night. I'm pretty sure adrenaline is asleep as well as you are.
Frick. Heck no.
Oh
Yeah.
Lord. So yeah,
I, not to change the subject, but
change the
I also
subject.
wrote a lot of questions for you
Shoot
guys.
another one.
Let me see.
We only got like 30 minutes left.
No. We haven't even gone through the question.
Okay, one of them is, do you believe that you are what you attract?
Yes.
Why?
Wait.
In
It
what
could
way?
be
Someone
anything.
explain.
It could be anything. Like, it could even be like, do you feel like the way
Like-
that you are attracts like the people in your life, or the jobs that you have, or the experiences in life, and like,
I think what she means is like whenever you like say you're like in a positive mood, like just a positive person all around. Do you think that positive things come to you?
that's a great perspective. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I think yes,
I
because
feel like
I'm
it's such a tricky question.
look. I'm not gonna go ahead and act because my wife is watching, of course, and she knows I'm a very like negative person. Like, I know you guys may think like, oh, he's such a happy person. No, that's not it. Like, trust me, like I'm very like, and you know, it all depends. And I feel like she's very positive, that she brings positivity to me because I have so much negative from, I guess, like from my anxiety and depression and all that stuff. Which, by the way, to everybody who's watching this, who I talked to last week about, you know, Lexapro, I finally started taking it. So I just wanted to get that out.
Was that on Friday whenever you said you were taking some antidepressants?
Yeah, Lexapro. Yeah.
How'd that go? How do you feel now?
The mind fogginess thing is going away. I was feeling it for like the first 2 days. Like the first day, like that Friday that I told you I was taking it, I literally felt like I was just gonna like drop at my desk because I was so tired.
Why didn't you
And-
take it on a Saturday?
Well, I told myself I want to take it after I had that back injection, you know, my back injection.
Mhm.
Yeah. I told myself I was going to start taking it after that, and which I did. I didn't know how it was going to affect me. But yeah, I pretty much saw the side effects and all that stuff, and I could vouch that, you know, they were not that bad.
But that's
So I'm
good
glad
though that
about
you're
that.
on them now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she was asking, do you think that you attract
Mhm.
positive or negative depending on what you have?
I think you attract the positive. I mean, I'm a
If you're
pretty
positive.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. Because
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I've always. I mean, I'm just like. I mean, I feel like I felt what you said because I'm a very negative person as well. I'm very pessimistic.
I feel
But I feel like my husband is super negative, and so that brings out the positive out of me. And so I forget about the negative until I'm on my own, and then I'm thinking, and I'm like, well, damn. Like, where did all this like optimism, like where did it go? Like, now I'm just alone with my thoughts and need to be with someone else. So it's like I feel like the overthinking really comes back to me. But then when I'm
Yeah.
with friends, it's like at work, like whenever I'm at my desk, and like in the first like 20 minutes of work in the morning, and then Alexa comes by. That's why I was smiling today. And you were asking, why are you smiling?
That was so funny. It's because I was just like, I thought I had said something, and I was like, was I being awkward? Like,
No.
I was like, is she like just giggling at like how I was? Because sometimes I can I feel like I'm being super awkward, and like I was just like started laughing, and I was like, wait, why are you laughing though? Am I laughing at the same thing? Are we laughing at separate things?
I
Are we
thought
just
I was being
smiling?
awkward. I thought I was being awkward, so that's
I
why
thought
I
I
was
was being
giggling.
awkward. Yeah.
Well, I feel like whenever I see you, or if I see Ricky and y'all like we start talking, that's where like that optimism comes in, and now I can start my day. It's like,
Right,
someone please talk to me in the morning.
bro. Like I told my wife, since you and I sit like kind of like really close to on the same little area.
Like on the other side of
Yeah,
the wall.
yeah. So I usually just go over to your cubicle and be like, "Hey, what's going on?"
Yeah, it sometimes scares me, but I mean I like it though, because it's like it gets my mind like working. It wakes me up. And I have my days where I explain to y'all about the whole situation about my mom, and it's like, and then y'all get me laughing, and then it's like I forget about it. So I'm really grateful for you.
I'm really grateful for y'all too.
I hate that
I'm really
Alexa
happy.
sits like on the other side of town.
Yeah, on a whole other bubble, a whole
I'm
bubble.
so far. Sometimes I get a little lonely, but I'm also really used to like being up there, like on my own. Like it could be super, super peaceful, but sometimes I'm like, I feel so far away from everyone. But yeah.
Like that one time I scared the crap out of you when I came out of the supply room.
Okay, it's because the door was just closed, and then all of a sudden, and just someone came out. And I was
Comes out
like,
of it.
"What? I didn't know there was anyone there." But yeah.
Here I am coming out with like this boxes full of stuff. Like, oh yeah, by the way, I was in there.
Yeah. Oh no, but to answer that question though, I feel like I do bring a lot of positive people in my life just because I am pretty positive and I keep myself positive. But then it's like once I bring out the negative, like now I see that I do bring like some negative to my life. But you know what? I keep yapping, and now I don't know where my point went. So someone keep
No,
talking.
no, you guys are answering it really good. Like y'all are putting great perspectives. I just sometimes don't know how I feel about that question, if I'm being honest. Like I sometimes do feel like there's points in my life where I'm being super positive, but some bad stuff happens. So sometimes I'm like, what am I doing? Am I just not attracting it? And sometimes I'm like, maybe I feel like I'm being positive, but maybe up here I'm not being positive, and I could be attracting the negative. So I don't really know, but I think it's just a really tricky question for me personally, but I like to see other perspectives of what others view it.
Well, like for me, like I told you, like I am a very negative person. I always see the negative side of things.
Yeah.
Where my wife, like, she keeps me on my toes. And she'll be like, well, don't think about it like that. Don't look at it like that. Let's keep thinking positive. And, I used to be the complete opposite. I used to be like her. But she got me thinking, well, I guess she basically keeps me on my toes.
Mm-hmm.
Because you eventually need that person to be like, hey, don't think that way. Stop thinking negative. And yeah, I guess that's what makes us a good team, I guess, in a way.
Sometimes
Yeah.
I feel like I remember I told you, Alexa, that I felt like a hypocrite. Like whenever I would tell someone like, hey, like don't think that way, like think this way, and I don't know, like don't think of what's bringing you down. But when in reality, I'm doing all those things, and I stop
Me
talking to
too.
you, and then I go back to that negativity. So it's like it's sometimes really hard to like push out that negative.
Why? It's like. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, because I feel like I'm the same way, where I feel like I'm constantly giving, I guess, good advice to others, but I'm like, sometimes I'll sit and I'm like, but do I believe it myself? And
Mhm.
Yeah.
like I'm being negative in my head. Oh, I was gonna say, do you feel like we are missing something in our life where we can't, like, how do I say it? Like, do you think we're missing something in our life that is causing us to not believe that in ourselves? Like, it could be like confidence, maybe,
It's anxiety. I'm telling you right now.
okay, maybe it's that too. True. I don't know. Sometimes I'm
It's
like,
our
I
mental
wonder if
health.
It's just like, why do I not believe these things? Like, is there something in my life that's happening? Is it confidence level? Like, is it what? Because sometimes I feel like I'm pretty confident, and sometimes like, why am I still thinking like this?
It's the doubt in ourselves, I guess. Our drive or hold on. It's like, I don't know. It's like that little voice in your head that always tries to do better. And you ask, and it always asks itself, like, am I doing what I need to in order to be that person that I want to be?
You know what? Sorry.
No, it's okay.
You know what? When I was younger, I used to write a lot of journals. And so I kept all those journals, and now looking back and reading them, I've come so far as a person. Like, I've never thought of unaliving myself, but I've always had this feeling of never wanting to be here. Like, I would just want to disappear. I don't want to die, but I just want to disappear. So I used to get that feeling so much as a kid. I feel like just all this anxiety. Honestly, I should have asked my parents to get me a therapist, because all these journals, it makes me feel like, man, I want to give myself a hug. Like, it's so sad how, you go through things as a teen, and now trying to, bounce back as an adult, and then still having like this anxiety, these self-confidence problems, I don't know, all these overthink. I'm a big overthinker. I feel like if I were to tell y'all all my thoughts, what goes on in my head 24/7, y'all would be like, what the hell are you? Stop
No.
thinking.
I don't think so.
No.
I think it's so, like, this is the thing that, like, I just think in life, like, we get so, we worry so much about the outside world, work, things that need to get done, groceries, just all
Social
these things
media.
that sometimes I'm like, I feel like having these types of conversations, that's why I was like, I wanted to really get to know you guys, because I just think these things are just not talked about a lot, where it's just like, you think the thoughts that you're having, I'm like, you'll think nobody's having these thoughts. People probably would think I'm crazy, but actually there's so much people that are having those thoughts and do relate to that. And that's why I was like, I wanted to get to know y'all, because I was like, maybe the people who are watching could actually relate to something that we say, even if we don't think anyone would relate to it,
They do. They always do.
Yeah.
Trust me, I talk about mental health all the time here. All the time. And that's actually going to be my main topic next week as well. And I know everybody's like, well, you talk about it all the time. But yeah, it's going to do more in depth of stuff for sure.
It's
so yeah.
important. I honestly think it's one of the biggest things that the world is missing, is really talking more about mental health and the struggles that we all feel. Like, we're so, like, used to going out in the world and just putting on this face like, oh my god, yeah, everything is great, like, I had a good day today. But really, it's like, not every day has to be a great day. Like, there's things that are happening. You could just be having a bad day, and that's fine too. And I just feel like it's just not talked about enough. Really isn't.
No, it's really not. And that's kind of the reason why I just started all this. Honestly, it started with mental health. It started getting me out of my comfort zone. It got me started into talking about it more and being more open about it. And honestly, I found a whole lot of people on here who actually think the way that I do as well, also taking exactly the same meds that I'm taking. who I shout them out all the time because they're actually the ones that pushed me into taking them finally. They would check up on me every week, like, hey, are you taking them yet? No, not yet. Oh, okay, well, don't be scared, blah blah, it'll all be okay. We all go through this. And trust me, Sarah, like, you're not the only one.
Yeah, you really are.
Yeah.
Honestly, Sarah, I feel like I am almost like an example that from the talks that I've had with you that, like, I know what you feel. Like, I've always told you, like, I get you, like, you're not alone. And, like, I feel those things too. And I've also told you that, like, honestly, talking to you, like, certain things that we've talked about, I'm like, it makes me feel not alone at all. Because I'm like, you just, like, you get me,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so sweet. Stop. No, but I feel like all my life, well, not all my life, but I remember, I know all throughout school, I've always been a loner. I've never had that many friends. I remember in 5th grade, I got lunch detention. I was so excited. I brought my coloring books. So it's like, I loved being on my own. I loved sitting on my own because, like, it's just me, myself, and I loved it. And all throughout high school, it was the same thing too. Like, everyone would question, like, why are you just on your own? Like, talk. Like, why are you so shy? And it's not because I'm shy. It's because I really like being on my own. But then I had a relationship. I had a high school sweetheart. And, being at that age and then being in a religion that, that my parents or my mom was very, like, hardcore into, and, that thought of not having a boyfriend at that age and what my mom would do if she found out, that really stressed me out, and it traveled onto adulthood. It was just bad. So it's like, once I started getting to know other people, like, who went through what I went through, and then I felt comfortable in these feelings and, and these thoughts, because I'm not alone. And I feel like that's what everyone needs, like, not to feel alone. It's like, whenever I started working with Alexa, I was so like, we already talked about this. I was so intimidated by her because I just, whenever I went in for, like, an application, I saw her in a way where she looked so professional. I wanted to be her. She was just the type of person. I just wanted to be, as professional as she was. But the more we started talking, the more I let my guard down, because it was like, oh, like, maybe I really did need her. Like, I don't have a lot of friends that, we don't talk about feelings a lot. It's always like, oh, hey, how are you? Oh, I'm good. Great. Thanks. And that's it.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
I'm always, like, I'm just the type of friend who loves to get into deep conversations. Like, I'm just someone who does not want to just get to know, like, the surface level. Like, I'm trying to get to know you overall. Like, if you want to be in my life, that's, like, how I see it. And I don't know, I feel like life already, like, is art. Like, not that everything in life is fake, but it's like I said, like, we have to go sometimes out in the world and put this face on that's like, oh, hi, yeah, like, I'm good. Like, I can't do that all the time.
Like, don't ask me about how my day was. Like, please, I want to know about, like, how's your mom? Like, how is your brother?
Yes.
Like, tell me, how are you? Like, truly. Because everyone's fighting their own battles. Like,
Exactly.
I mean, like, looking at Ricky, I remember whenever I first met you, you looked so put together.
What?
You looked very
really
put together.
So put together.
Oh God!
Yes.
Don't let my wife hear that. She's gonna.
I mean,
be
we
like,
didn't know you. It was just, it was just the face that you put, and you looked really put together. And I was like, oh wow, again, very professional.
Thank you.
So
Yeah, we were very intimidated by Alexa though. Like, I could say the same thing though, too.
I just feel like I just feel like I have a job place I have to be very professional in. So of course I have to be that professional.
It was so refreshing,
know?
like whenever you would like get out of that professional like feeling.
Yes.
It
Yes.
was so refreshing. Even
Yeah,
now,
right?
it's really refreshing. Yeah.
I literally need it sometimes. Like I definitely like I think I have a hard time like and even you, Sarah, like I was telling my boyfriend how like you've actually really made me happy whenever you come like right at 5 and you're like drop the pencil, let's go, like hurry. Because I have to get out of that mode. Like I can't be in it. And you guys being there like as my coworkers, like y'all just have really helped me like I don't know, feel a little bit alive at times, you know, that like I can be a little bit more like yeah, you know, like you know, it's just silly with y'all.
And we just started too. That's funny.
Yeah.
We're gonna start playing hide and seek in the office. Just
They're
being
gonna-
all silly.
They're gonna be like, what are y'all doing? Get back to work.
I know. No, but
Heck.
I can definitely be professional when I need to. It is nice to just have a little bit of a breath of fresh air sometimes. Because like I said, it's not even just work. It's just with a lot of stuff. Like you sometimes just have to put that face where you're just like, hi, hello, and you know sometimes you just don't want to do that. So it's good to have
That's so
people that
funny
you
that
can
you
be
say
like
that.
that with. Yeah.
Can she fit in another question?
Go ahead.
I have
I wanna
so
know.
many questions. Let me see if I have a really, really good one.
Yeah, pick a really, really good one so we can end it with.
Hold on. There were a lot.
I find it funny that when I
Jeez.
saw her, I saw the pencil in her hand and I was like, were we supposed to take notes? Like, am I supposed to be ready?
I'm kind of like a note taker, so I'll definitely write things down. Hold on. I'm reading all of them.
It's all good. God, I have no sponsors this year. That sucks.
No
Okay.
sponsors. Oh, you should try to get sponsored by BetterHelp. Can you imagine?
Better help.
Yeah, it's like
What is
it's like an online like therapy.
Oh,
Like where it's like you don't even go somewhere. It's on your phone, laptop, anywhere.
So,
Her laughing.
Yeah.
oh, my boyfriend is playing games over there.
Oh,
I told
Rude.
him, I was like, be really quiet. I was like, I don't want to hear you screaming.
Baby,
This is Layla.
she's so cute.
No, she's literally a headache, but I love her. She's literally insane. She almost literally ended her life, but whatever. Anyways, I have one question that I feel like is pretty good, but I have another one that I think is pretty good. I'm gonna give you guys both, and y'all can choose to answer whichever one you want. The first one is, what is one thing that people always get wrong about you? And then the other one is, do you have a what if that keeps you awake at night?
whoa.
Those are pretty loaded questions.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get deep, guys. Like I'm trying to really get to know y'all.
Like that first one, I feel like would be better, but then. What was the first one again?
So I have, what is one thing people always get wrong about you? Or I have, do you have a what if that keeps you awake at night? I also have another one that is there anything that you carry from your childhood to your now life, good or bad?
Those are really good questions.
But I think I'd rather the first one. What do
Okay, so
people
that
get
one
wrong
was,
about me?
what is one thing that people always get wrong about you? So Ricky, you can go ahead and answer that if you feel like you have the answer.
Me?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. That I'm stuck up. That people used to say I was stuck up. It never hurt me. I was just like, what? Why would you just assume that? But whatever.
Why do you think people might say that about you? Or think that?
Because I mean, I could easily just not be friendly at all. I could just, if I don't know somebody, well, back then, if I didn't know somebody, I wasn't as friendly as I am now. I feel like now I'm more friendlier. If anything, I will smile, if I have to. And it's like not one of those creepy smiles where I'm like, it's like an actual genuine like smile, like, hey, like I hope you're having a good day, basically. Not necessarily like a fake smile or anything like that. It's mostly like, hey, I hope you have a good day. And I hope, I hope you think the same way about me because, we're in this together.
Yeah. That question is just so weird because all throughout my life, I've always wore my heart on my sleeve. It was always just the same, like, oh my God, you're so sweet. You have this really sweet demeanor. And I'm like, yeah. I mean, I can't, it's not even tooting my own horn. Like, that's what people actually say about me. And it's like, yeah, you're right. You're right. So it's the only negative thing that I still remember. I remember I was in high school and someone really wanted my boyfriend at that time. And she called me a slut. And I was like, a slut? What? I couldn't help but laugh because it was so funny. It was like, you actually think that about me? Like, I'm not, like you said, like, I'm not even hurt. Like, what? Why? But other than that, I've had nothing negative. Never negative. It's never negative.
And then you shot her.
No. God.
I'm messing.
That took a turn.
That took a turn.
No, but I keep thinking about the other question about the what ifs. Like, what's a what if that keeps me up at night?
Do you have a what if?
It's never the same what if. It's always the either like, am I running out of time, or just like, I don't know, like, am I doing enough, like, as a person, as a person living in this world, in this small planet. Oh no, now that I said that, what keeps me up at night are black holes. Black holes keep me up at night. It's always a what if. Like, we have one at the center of our solar system, and then we have some that could be visible. It's just, I mean, it's an actual fear. Because I mean, have you heard how black holes sound like? Have you heard how they sound like?
Yeah, they sound like a dishwasher.
Dishwasher?
Never heard
Yeah.
of it.
They're just so creepy. Anyway.
Have you guys ever thought about like what would happen if gravity just said, okay, let's just stop, and everybody just started falling in the sky or something?
Yes.
I haven't thought about that, but one thing I do think about a lot is just more about the ocean, like what's really down there.
Yes.
It's like literally on Earth with us, and space, sure, like I understand, but it's like the ocean is
right here,
right there,
right here.
Like, why are they spending so much money? Like, why are they spending so much money on space when we don't even know what's down there?
According to Google, NASA was meant to explore space, and the NOAA or whatever was meant to explore the ocean. Then again, they did stop some search, like some exploring, but supposedly not fully, like they haven't fully stopped, but it's just so deep. Like it's gonna take a long time. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say lastly as well, to just see about the submarine that went down to explore the Titanic, and that it exploded and stuff with those people in it. That's another crazy thing with
Bro, it didn't explode. It
imploded.
Like,
that's what I meant to say.
It just
like
a can. It was like a can. It was like a Coke can, just like it smashed. That was crazy.
It's crazy to think that only It's crazy to think that only we've only explored only 10% of the ocean.
Yeah, Yeah, I remember when we only
Yes.
explored like 4%, 3% of the ocean. And now it's went up like a few. Oh, I get so
percentage.
distracted. Look
Sorry.
at him.
Like, is there a way to just drain it all and just try to see?
Can you imagine?
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Oh my gosh, that'd be so
I just-
convenient. Like, what's down
I-
there?
I do believe there's like huge creatures out there that are just I can't even imagine, but like I just feel like there's
Mutated creature.
Yeah.
huge, crazy, scary creatures.
I
and
believe aliens have a layer down there. That's what
Did
I
you see-
I
believe. in.
do.
I'm
I
sorry.
do believe aliens are real. I was just gonna
Yes.
say that.
Yes.
I do
Yes, they're
believe
real.
them.
They're
I don't
scary.
think they look the way that we maybe think they look, but I do believe they're real. And I also believe that there is more life out there, or other generations,
Really?
or maybe not generations, other realities, I guess you'll say.
Like, you're talking about
Maybe
universes.
universes. I do believe there's other like universes out there.
Like that
and-
multiverse theory, bro. Like there's just multiple universes, multiple
Like-
like parallel like, dimensions.
Bless you.
Thank you.
But like deja vu, like sometimes I'm like, I know people are like, no, it's literally nothing. Like it's just like you think you remember it, but you don't. But sometimes I'm like, but what if there is someone else, me, somewhere else living a whole nother thing and actually experiencing that, and I actually am just having deja vu thinking about it.
That's
I
so
don't know. I
true.
think about that.
Hey, we
I've
can
had-
talk about that.
I've seen this like Tumblr post. This is like an old Tumblr post. It was how it was talking. I think it was talking about deja vu. How it was probably like, it's like when an author like backspaces on like some words that they don't, they just want to erase, and then they put something else. So I feel like that's what deja vu is. Like, what if that was like what was supposed to happen, but this new thing's popped up, and that's what was meant to happen.
True.
Like
That-
maybe
I thought about that too.
it's just so. Oh, what a
I don't know.
mystery!
It is a mystery. Like, who has these answers?
I get so deep into them, honestly. Like I love just everything about like those type of thoughts, like wondering if there's more life out there, what's really down in the oceans, do mermaids exist, aliens
know.
exist, like all those things like I think about. It's definitely a fun topic to talk about,
We could get into it next time for sure.
for
I'll let you-
sure.
We could talk about the new conspiracy theories.
That's what I told
wanna-
Alexa.
I want to
I
talk
wanna
about the
talk
Bermuda
about them.
Triangle.
Yes, the Bermuda Triangle. I used to be so excited to talk about that. I
was
remember-
obsessed with that.
Oh man, I feel like the one topic I used to be obsessed with. I used to watch a lot of Adventure Time, of course.
Adventure Time.
and in the lore, there was this whole like, what would you call it? Like this atomic bomb that really just destroyed the Earth. And like whenever you see like in Adventure Time, like their Earth, there's like a big chunk out of it. And so I'm not sure why I was so excited to talk about that topic, but when World War Z came out, I was so excited. I wanted to see these zombies. I wanted to
zombies,
see
yeah.
it. And then when it actually came out, I only watched like 20 minutes of it and I had to leave because I got really scared. But but I still think it's really interesting about that whole like atomic bomb, like what would happen? Like, what would mutate? Mutation
We would
is
all die.
what? You think
I'm
so?
pretty sure we would
Yeah.
mutate, but not necessarily like into zombies. Like, we'll probably like end up with third arms or something, like 3 eyes. I don't know.
Did y'all know that cockroaches can literally survive an atomic bomb?
I heard about that. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
did not know that. That's
Yeah.
horrible.
It's
It's
creepy
it's
bastards.
crazy. Creepy bastards.
Creepy bastards.
And
It's
humans
friggin'
can't
crazy.
like what? I don't understand.
I don't know. But yeah,
There's
it's
some-
crazy. We should talk about that. I really
Hey.
want to get into
Yeah.
it. I'm holding
I
back.
I
I'm
have a
holding
lot more
back.
questions too. So definitely we'll have to get into that next time. 'Cause
For
I
sure.
wrote 2 pages of questions.
2 pages?
Paige.
What?
I thought you said you
I'm
didn't have
prepared.
anything. I
That
asked
was
you
just
this
me trying to
earlier
pay it
today. I asked
I
you
was
earlier
trying to be
today.
so cool. I was just like, I'm just gonna pop off on the video and just be like, yeah, guys, actually, I wrote 2 pages.
Bro.
A whole essay, maybe.
Yeah, I asked her like not even that long ago. I asked her like, "Hey Alexa, by the way, do you have a topic for tonight?"
One
She's
thing
like,
you should know.
"No."
One thing I need to know about me is I'm super prepared, okay? I have my notebook, I have my filled water, I have my hair clip if I get hot, I have my lotion here. Oops, I hit myself. I have my lotion, I have my charger. I'm prepared. I'm always going to be prepared. And I
See-
did write a bunch of questions. I actually don't know why I didn't tell you. I think in the moment when you guys asked me, I just was not thinking. Like, I just couldn't think about it. Work's been pretty busy, so I just feel like I wasn't thinking to tell you.
I feel like the only question I had actually just to like ask y'all, I looked it up because I didn't know like I literally looked up conversation starters for coworkers.
Oh my
There was this
God.
one. There was this one. It stood out to me. It was so funny. It was if you could pick, like, you know, a colored crayon, like which one would you eat?
Which one would I eat?
Yeah. Out of all the colored crayons, which one would you eat?
I don't know. They all smell the same.
Actually, I kind of want to know
Probably.
this. Tell me.
I like
I
the
would
smell of
maybe-
crayons.
You like
I don't
crayons?
like the smell of crayons.
I love
really,
the smell
but
of
It smells
crayons.
like
Like-
armpits.
but like a crayon to like color with, right?
Yeah.
I guess I would maybe choose the brown one.
The poopy brown one.
That's
Well, only
racist.
because I would think of like a cookie.
I'm
Why
not
would you
sure.
say that? Why
I
would
just
you
feel like
say
I would
that?
think of a cookie. I was like, it looks like a cookie. If I really
Oh.
had to eat it, then I would, think of it as a
Yeah.
cookie.
I would eat the
know.
blue one.
Why?
I'd eat the red one.
The red one.
I'd really poison myself with that one.
I feel. Aren't they non-toxic? I feel like if you bite it, it won't. Nothing will happen.
Well, I mean, I'm still here, am I?
So you have.
Oh, that's what
I've eaten Play-Doh before.
I've never eaten
That
Play-Doh.
was salty.
Play-Doh. Yeah, Play-Doh looks like the type of material that would taste like the same way boogers would taste. I don't know, and I've never eaten boogers, but they have like the same
that's very
texture.
interesting that you said that, though. You probably have then.
Well, I'm saying it has the same texture, like same exact texture.
So you
Okay.
picked your nose, smelled
Never.
it, maybe.
I've
That's it.
never. I've
You're
never.
like, interesting.
Interesting. No, I've never been that curious. I'm a curious person, but I've never been that curious.
No, it tastes like as if like salt water was like malleable and you can just taste it. That's how it tastes.
Sounds like a booger.
It's just admit it. Just admit it.
I've
You've eaten your
never.
boogies before.
No,
It's
I'm
okay.
usually-
This
I'm
is a
usually-
safe
look,
space.
it is, and I'm usually okay with opening up. And I'm being honest. I've never eaten boogers. I mean, I'm a big time nail biter. That's it. Like, that's.
I'm a nail biter,
No, like
unfortunately.
there's mine are non-existent. No, please don't look at them. I'm very self-conscious about it.
Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. let
No,
me see.
no.
I'll look at you tomorrow.
I've literally done that all my life. Like I've always bit my nails all my life. It's really, really bad.
You're gonna, yeah. You're
That's
gonna
okay.
see that tomorrow. But first off, I want to thank you guys so much for joining me here today. We did go a little bit over, but it's all right. We did have a lot of questions to go through.
I
Please
was
save
gonna
your questions
ask
for
you
next
that.
time.
What time frame do you usually do?
What do you mean? Oh,
Like,
an hour and 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it was creeping up to 30, I was waiting for the yeah, guys, let's wrap it up. You know,
Yeah,
I was
it's
waiting for
usually-
it.
No, it's always an hour and 30 minutes. I used to do 2 hours, but that was too long.
We're almost at 2 hours.
Yeah,
I'm just
so
a talker, so that's
it's all
that's
good. No,
fine.
it's good that you had questions, and I'm so bummed that we didn't get through all of them. Sorry, I muted my mic.
It's okay. We'll be able to do that next time. It was really fun. Thank you for having me on here.
Oh, you
it was
got it.
really, really fun, and it was great talking.
No, definitely come back. I will have more topics later on. I'll let you know which one you want to join.
Yeah, I'll hit you guys up with those really deep questions. So
Awesome, for sure.
all right.
I'm gonna let you guys go so we can get so we can get going on that. I know it's
Yes,
getting late.
we have work
We have to be up
tomorrow.
early. All right, guys, I'm gonna let you go. You guys have a good night. All right.
Bye.
Bye. All right, guys. It was another successful episode, but like I mentioned to you before, hey, third season, man. Oh, I hate this little circular box circular box that I got going on. There we go. Full screen, bro. But yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go because I have to help the missus put the kids to sleep. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. It was a good episode, like I mentioned. Go ahead and like and subscribe on YouTube and share us on Facebook as much as you can. Help your boy out. I'll let you know what type of events we'll be going to in a few weeks. Like I said, happy birthday, Aníbal. Oh boy. But yeah, see you guys on the next one.
Got down the beat.
I can't find the outro. Where's the thing outro?